Dude, how deep do you have to be to like Bag of Holding here? Like, how deep are we? I feel like we're too deep for that. I think we're just too lost in the sauce. All right. I'm back again with more of this. I've added Cling to Dust and Drown in the Lock. And in order to do that, I took out Strict Proctor and Lotus Field. And I'm doing more traditional control stuff. Mainly because I don't like the Proctor high roll. Some people do. If it averages out to being better, so be it. I just prefer to play this as it stands. Well, at least right now, today specifically. Tomorrow, who knows? But this is what I've tweaked it into. But for the most part, it's pretty much the same. Um, the only major thing, I guess, about this is like how many pain lands, how many shock lands you want to run, especially how aggressive the format may treat you. But I think it's fine to try, so I'm gonna try it. I don't think there's much to talk about, as I have talked about this already twice. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Let's see how it goes this time. Well, if they put anything in their graveyard, this is totally great. I think I'll keep this. If they're a creature-based deck, we're happy. Graveyard-based deck, we're happy. If it's control, I don't really have to worry about anything for a while, so I guess by that reasoning, we are also happy. There's no way this is an Esper control deck. That would be kind of crazy. Guess anything's possible. Although I think it's rogues, right? Esper rogues are a thing. Uh, Pilot or vehicle spell. Okay. Definitely rogues. Or like the ninja stuff. With, I guess, no thought seizes. Okay. Spire of Industry. Okay. Unctus. Yeah, you got it. Okay. Sure thing. I don't think I have to kill this. Maybe I do. I don't think I do. Wait, wait, what is this? Okay, it looked like they're about to cast a removal spell on my shark. That would be kind of weird. Uh, we have a card in the graveyard, so we can start cycling these. I don't know if I have to right now. I feel like I should be scared of this, but like, I have two Cling to Dusts. What am I? What am I scared of? Right? Like, what am I? I feel like they're gonna reanimate some kind of. Honestly, this could be some weird Greasefang deck still. Okay, they just exhaust a portable hole for that. Some Goblin Engineer shenanigans, maybe? I really have no idea. Okay, just stone cold, literally nothing. You got it. Do I kill this? Nah. I feel like I just don't want to do that. Thirst for Knowledge. Sure. Starting to really look like a graveyard deck. Like reanimating some kind of artifact. Okay. So I guess it could be Greasefang, but... Okay, it just is Greasefang. Esper Greasefang, I guess. That's kind of cool. But unfortunately for our opponent, we have come prepared. We have come prepared. Quite substantially, actually. Alright, sure. It has Metallic Rebuke in it. That's adorable. Okay. Target creature becomes blue at artifact, So they just do this so they can... But this doesn't trigger Greasefang, though. Because it's, like, at the wrong time. Ooh, I should have fought over that with Drown in response, because they put a card in their graveyard. I should have done something about that. I guess it, in the long run, worked out. It countered something that draws cards. I also learned they don't have any removal or counter spells, so this just works because that's snap resolved. And yeah, we can. I don't think I have to foretell Doomscar. Skrelf, sure. Just doesn't concern me too much. They probably should fight over this. And I believe they have had to have top decked that counterspell. Foretell this and pass. I get it out of Thoughtseize range at the very least. At the very least. I do have a Farewell. I'll probably just cast it. I lose access to my Memory Deluge, but I have a Jason play, so it's just, it has to be worth it. So they have, like, baby vehicles? I don't really know what that means. I don't know. But I can play Jace, and I can play Doomscar, so it's pretty good. I think my opponent knew this was Doomscar, so it's kind of weird for them to have done what they did. And I think I will shock myself, so I can leave up... Actually, no, you know what? Just eat this. Let's just eat that. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, cool. Okay, someone just texted me the weirdest thing. So I guess they do have black stuff, but they have a lot of colorless stuff too, and a lot of non-black stuff, so I don't even know if I want that. Obviously I want the needle and the lantern. They do feel their graveyard, which means I also just another game where I really like Drown. Honestly, I kind of like everything. Could just shave like the top end because the lower end is just solid. Do I even need Shark Typhoon? I don't think so. Maybe like one. Go down to Deluge. I like everything. Like, maybe that's fine, right? Because we're bringing in so many like good things. I can't be convinced to have a top heavy deck when I don't really need one. Probably keep any hand with any sort of hate, especially if it can surpass a discard spell. Yeah, we're just gonna aggressively put this lantern into play, so it's just In play. They do have portable holes, but there's no way they have portable holes post sideboard, right? It just doesn't make any sense. And let's... we can shock ourselves. I guess we don't have to. We can just wait. Wow, they did nothing, huh? Crazy. Alright, fine. I will also do nothing, good sir. Thirsty Worsty, alright. Probably pitching some kind of vehicle. They can force the issue, obviously, by making me get rid of the lantern on the first available target. Okay. That's a pretty good one. It's kind of annoying. So I cannot exile it right now. I have to wait. Unless I want to pitch something. Maybe I do? Nah, let's just not do it. Let's run into Spell Pierce that I, for some reason, don't believe they have. Maybe I don't know what to do here. Let's just crew this in pass. They might draw cards off this, but I kind of need to, like, not tap out. My opponent just has a Tezzeret. That's kind of neat. What does this even do? Becomes a 4/4, draw 2, discard unless you pitch an artifact. Okay. Comes tap, draw. Alright, that's kind of cool. I don't have a solid answer. No, actually, I have no answer at all to it. They get rid of Unctus. How adorable. Alright, I'm going to now do... Whoops. I'm going to have to pitch a card here. I guess the other Doomscar? Seems like the board is a little empty, so not too upset with that, I guess. I don't know. They can't have Metallic Rebuke, so... Well, I'm not going to win if I don't draw cards, or play lands, or do stuff. But I didn't, so I can't, I don't think I can afford to just tap out and do weird stuff. Okay. Again, my opponent fully knows this is a Doomscar, still running stuff into it. Must mean counter magic, I guess. I'd be surprised if they didn't still put something threatening in the... Yeah, I was about to say, you kind of have to get rid of the lantern. You just can't play Greasefang right now. But you don't have to. So I will make a 1/1 and try to block here. It cycles, it keeps the lantern in play, and it potentially kills one of my opponent's creatures. This ultimate is on 6. Whenever you tap an artifact, you draw. So every time they swing with this, I draw and all that jazz. They draw, rather. I don't draw, that would be stupid. That'd be dumb. I almost hope they do emblem the Tezzeret, because I think I can beat that. I'd rather them emblem the Tezzeret than, like, not do that. I'd prefer them to not plus. Dang it. Shoot! Opponent is wise beyond their years. That's unfortunate. Especially with the discard on the plus, it's actually just completely useful. Like, there's no reason to emblem it. It's just, like, really good as what it's doing. So I expect an army of counter magic, but that does not stop me from casting my spells, because I still have to cast them. Eventually they'll run out, right? So at least it's not like an insane amount of pressure or anything. It's kind of insane how many lands I've missed. think every other card on average is a land in my deck. Every other card on average is a land. So they draw off the hot shot. I'm not going to kill it in response to them attacking. I literally don't even have black mana. I cannot use these. And using the march would kind of suck, but, well, they didn't do anything on end step. Guess I'll do it now. This just doesn't seem like something you protect. And I'm missing lands, so I probably have to cycle this Lantern. They also haven't shown me the combo anyways, and I'm just so far from this Deluge it doesn't matter. It's probably just going to get countered on the back half anyways. Okay. Yep. I'm not immediately dead if I cast one of these, I guess, but that's not even true. My opponent has a Tezzeret that can just plus into some such nonsense here. But if they fuel their graveyard enough, these Drowns come back online. Alright, my opponent just went for it when I had 5 untapped mana. Kind of weird, but I have nothing. Alright, that was horrible. The Dovin's Vetoes are, like, fine for fighting back, but literally nothing matters if I'm not drawing lands. It just doesn't matter. So the Tails Ends, too, just to not lose to that weird Tezzeret. I guess I'd prefer Dovin's Veto, but Tails End hits Greasefang. Alright, let's do that. Oh boy. What a great hand. Okay, let's put away Farewell. I really do not care about Skrelv. I don't have much single target removal. I do care about a Perfect Curve out of the Greasefang deck. Alright, they whiffed on an artifact, which is really good, but doesn't just win me the game outright or anything. No reason to play that untapped. I don't think I'm doom-scarring these 2 permanents. If I can get into a Memory Deluge, they counter it into a Doomscar would be nice. So if they play like one more creature. Alright, they don't even use Skrelv here. They're not keeping it up. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. Shock themselves for what is obviously a Metallic Rebuke. Okay. These are not artifact creatures, right? So they don't have Rebuke anymore? Let's see if they have Spell Pierce. Nope. They have Stone Cold nothing. Of these, I think Cling is slightly better. So. Alright, well, if they do have Tezzeret, we're a little upset, but... Oh wait, no, excuse me, they don't have the mana. They just don't have the mana for that. Never mind. Wouldn't matter too much here. I think I will fight over the Bankbuster, because it does draw cards. And I'd rather be the only one doing that, so... Skrelv is such a strange one. Very strange to see here, in my opinion. Very strange. Okay, we can play that tapped. I almost want to just run this out right now. But I don't think I will. I think it just barely makes sense to just not do that. But if they have Tezzeret, we're upset. There's no... Well, there's Bankbuster. Okay, let's stop that. Let's stop that. YouTube content, you've been enjoying my channel for a few weeks. Oh, thank you. Much appreciated. If my internet doesn't continuously give me a attitude, it would be nice to make content more regularly. My internet was Nice. It would be great for that to be a reality. Alright, so they actually did leave up Skrelv this time, which is kind of funny. They've swung with Skrelv 3 times, and now they decided to not do that. And of course, I draw the end, but I don't have a second Black Source anyway, so... Tezzeret. Alright, I cannot counter that. I can find a counter if I'm moderately lucky. Actually, no, oh wait, yes I can. I was about to say there's no answer, but I actually do have an answer here. In Tail's End. They don't have Metallic Rebuke, mana. And we haven't seen Spell Pierce yet, so... Is there a vehicle? Nope, no vehicle. I cannot march... Yeah, I can't do anything right now, so... Pithing Needle. Well, naming any one vehicle's not that great. Let's see here. Play this tapped. In pass? And just leave up Wandering Emperor yet again? I really did not want to see a second one of those. I do have a Cling to Dust to answer a discarded vehicle. And then I can Pithing Needle the Tezzeret later. It would be kind of weird if they didn't have a vehicle. Wow, they have no vehicle to discard. That's wild. That's actually insane. No vehicle. I don't know how they side it. Like, I don't know what the sideboard looks like or anything. Okay, I'm going to force the Skrelv to tap itself. And then I can again, I can't the end because they have the, they have the, whatchamacallit? The answer. Alright, so I'm going to do this here. Oh, actually, I could have done this in the opposite order. I could have exiled... I could have went after this with the... Yeah, I could have exiled this Greasefang. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Could have easily exiled that. Hopefully I'm not too punished, but we'll see. Okay, I'm going to tap this and name Tezzeret... What is it called? I don't know. This one. There. Just puts it out there for me. And then I'll exile this for 3. I absolutely had the answer to this, and I just chose not to do it. That's my bad. I did not have to waste this march. They have Fracture. They chose to Fracture that instead of Needle? They must have a second Fracture, right? Surely. Surely there's a second Fracture. Or not. Or we're thinking. I feel like the Wandering Emperor was so not what I would Fracture there. Like, imagine they had an active Tezzeret right now. I have no answer to it. Maybe they're letting it sink in that they should have done that. Maybe it's sinking in for my opponent. They should have fractured the needle. Maybe they forgot what I named with it. They thought it was like Parhelion. Uh-oh. Maybe I lost internet and nobody can hear me. I'm talking to the void. Maybe that's what happened. Okay, strange time to give up. Strange time. If you're going to give up here, then it would even make more sense to blow up the Pithy Needle so you at least see the next 2 cards from the Tezzeret. So that's odd. It's highly unusual. Very strange. Don't worry, with the power of editing, no one will see this. Except me. And my Twitch viewers. I guess they'll see this. Alright, I guess we're just done playing the game. Kind of strange. Yep, I got nothing to do here. Alright. Kind of anticlimactic, but I'd say we are in an excellent position, though. Even without the The ability to cast the End right now, just given the mana base. I think we're in a totally fine position. Right, we have another Wandering Emperor too. Token generator. I don't think Hull would ever really activate, though I would be surprised if I saw any spot removal. This is the weirdest Greasefang deck I've ever seen. Also, maybe Lantern should not be in my deck if I have more black. It should just be Cling to Dust. Or something else. Maybe a second Pithing Needle? I am a fan of Needle. I do like what Needle's been doing for me so far. So probably a second Needle. You have to change that. Because bringing in that much graveyard hate's not that great. It's not like that amazing. I mean, it's not bad, but... Alright, yep. Opponent just gave up. I don't really know why. They fractured what I would argue was the wrong thing, and then just sort of gave up. Oh boy, talking about castable VNs. Oh my goodness. Please let it be a good keep. Please, give me this. Okay, mono black. Well, I mean, I don't know. It could be Rakdos. Or Sackdos. No, it's The Rock. Dwayne Johnson. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, Misery Shadow. I'm surprised to see this card, like, ever. Every time I see this, I get excited. It just seems like the most honest, God-fearing card ever. I love it. Or, I don't hate it. Another one. Alright, let's, So I think I'll shock myself here to, leave up March. I'll have to shock myself again, but I think that's fine. It's not like I'm dying quickly. Okay, well, wait. Wait, that doesn't really do anything. That doesn't do anything. Right? This doesn't do anything at all, actually. Hold on. You use it to minus that, don't you? Really? What? This is... what? That's crazy to me. That's completely insane. Opponent's just out here playing Liliana Last Hope. And they're plussing it. I mean, if they do get to the emblem, I lose. So it is a reasonable attempt. But that's pretty interesting. Okay, there's the more frightening one, but let's... oh, wait. Let's let them plus this before we... You know... I don't want them to have more knowledge of anything, right? So, if they have a second copy that they pitch, you know, so be it. But okay, well, let's get rid of the one that's actually annoying here. Oh, they had one in hand. That's funny. Okay, those are the only two copies. They have Shieldred, Sorin, Chariot, a Drawbridge Tracker, Vraska, Glissa, one Tenacious Underdog, and an Army of Thoughtseizes. Okay, this is a weird list. Very weird. This limits on 7. Oh, I guess I should have end-stepped that. Oh, no. So this, when it dies, they get it back infinitely. But unfortunately, I do have to answer this Last Hope or I lose the game, so... Let's just rip that Band-Aid off now. Shall we? Alright. Hopefully the end does so. That was wait, that was one copy of Last Hope. That was only one copy. Of course. Okay, so you can't necessarily kill this, right? Dies, cast it from your graveyard as an adventurer until your end of your next turn. I could just Teferi minus this. I think that's totally reasonable. There's very few cards my opponent has, excuse me, past tense, that actually punish a Teferi on 1 here. Oh, I forgot about the Manland. I mean, it was going to happen anyways. Teferi would have died regardless, so that doesn't actually matter. But I did forget about it. That is pretty good. I think the only way for them to get rid of this is Boseiju. And I'm going to cycle this tower, because I don't really have anything else going on here. Neither does my opponent. Nice. Okay, let's do this. Well, that's not bad, but they do have 4 Thoughtseizes. I mean, we know they're not drawing one right. Well, they could still draw one, actually. Hold on. They still draw one. I think what they should have done is drew a card with this thing here and played it. Because now they can't do both. So I don't really agree with that. This does put in lethal, though, actually. This just straight up puts lethal into play. Okay, they chose not to use it like that. Reasonable. Maybe? I think putting lethal into play makes more sense. Well, I foretold something. I did foretell. Maybe it isn't reasonable at all. But we do get to get rid of it. And then I can counter the Dread Knight. Wow, really? I mean, to be fair, I have Sharks. Sharks are just going to be so good, right? They're just going to be so good in this spot. Okay, so we like the Decrees. I almost like Aether Gust. The Knight's kind of spooky, but is it like that scary? I don't think I want Void Rend. Yeah, I think it's just these Decrees. And Censor might be the weakest of the bunch here, which is normally the thing that happens, so that might come out first. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Yep. The Decrees answer these Lilianas. My opponent probably... I mean... Now, this is not an Abrupt Decay game. I don't think Abrupt Decay has been good in, like, 3 years, so that I don't even know why I thought about that one. I just thought about something that, like, was uncounterable. And at least solid to run, but... I mean, Beseiju is kind of like an uncounterable green instant already, right? Well, I mean, they're probably going to take the Jace. So, that's fine, right? How much you want to bet they kept their hand just because of Thoughtseize? I feel like they're taking Jace. The Drowns aren't great when they know about them, but eventually they'll take stuff out. Bankbuster is very annoying, not gonna lie. That card has been annoying lately. Okay. This is a weird one. I mean, when it hits me, it's annoying, because it draws cards, but... Alright. That does not exile Glissa. I don't have a white source to pitch to it either, so... Not looking good right now. I can exile the Bankbuster? Opponent does not activate the thing. Well, that makes sense, I guess. Yep, this is horrendously bad. Opponent just has Phyrexian Arena, except I'm the one losing the life. That's a Vraska that I have stone cold no answer to. Oh boy. Well, they don't have any very reasonable pluses. Pitching lands is fine, maybe? Is that what they've... Do they pitch lands? No. What's this ultimate do? If I get hit, I lose the game? Okay. Pretty straightforward ultimate. You get hit, you lose the game. Oh boy. Alright, so pretty likely we get hit by another discard spell. They're drawing 2 cards a turn. I have not really anything at all going on. No copy of The End. No copy of Wandering Emperor. And they have, yet again, a manland. So I can't just safely play a Planeswalker, ever. Okay. Yep. And this Vraska can draw more cards for them, but I probably have to deal with the ultimate. Otherwise, I do kind of lose the game. I'm surprised to still see that card in there. Okay, they're actually milling this time. Makes way more sense to me. Makes a lot more sense. But this Vraska will kill me. I don't have triple black, so I can't kill both of these things. I straight up have to kill this, or I lose the game. So, yeah. We get to see how they sideboard it. They have Noxious Grasp. Okay, Assassin's Trophy. I'm sitting here talking about Abrupt Decay, and they have Assassin's Trophy. Liliana's still in. Shieldred's Edict. More Assassin's Trophy. 2 Duress. Fine. But this is probably game, though. I don't think there's really anything I can do. They have 5 cards, so both of these work. My opponent has known about my hand since the start of the game, which is really funny. They have a lot of answers to my permanents, unfortunately, so I can't, like, cheese anything out here. Okay, well. I think I'm gonna play this. Yeah. I think we're still making land drops. I can shock and cycle, but I am under pressure from a man land at 7. It changes the clock if I go to 6 or 5. I wouldn't be upset if they just activated here. But they do have an Assassin's Trophy for this, so it's not like this is amazing. Memory Deluge is going by car. Okay, well, run this out. Maybe they have to spend their whole turn next turn, just Assassin trophying me. Well, that's pretty good. That is actually pretty good here. I'd rather not use it on a Liliana the Last Hope, though. That feels horrible, but I am giving the opportunity to minus. But if I exile the thing they minus into, I'm not upset. Like, getting rid of all the Shieldreds is obviously just better. Okay. Getting rid of all the Liliana of the Veils is better than the Last Hope, that's for sure. Were you going to let me untap with that if I didn't go for the end there? That's odd. I feel like they might have actually done that. Alright, top deck mode. Just where we want to be, right? So do we make 1/1s or do we, like, castle? We probably make... You know, we have to scry because they have a very good hand and we do not have a hand at all, so... This is green? That's green. Okay. So do I want both of these? No, I don't think so. Getting rid of Liliana is probably necessary. Probably. So I have to blow this up as much as I don't want to. But if I don't, I die to the board. Literally. Because, yet again, manland I can't stop. Okay, so I can find Farewell, which puts me to 1. I kind of wish I didn't draw it so I can move on because I don't think this is enough. But we did draw it, so that's cool, I guess. Maybe I should have scooped and not shown my opponent that card. I don't know. They have a lot of things that don't care about Farewell. They have a lot of, like, random Planeswalkers. They're, like, really bad to see. I don't think I'm drawing to any out. Okay, now I'm just wasting my time. Yeah, I'm not drawing to any out because my opponent has Manland I can't stop. And I don't believe Pithing Needle the Manland makes any sort of sense. Okay, let's add the Void Rend. I don't even like the Void Rend. I just don't like anything in my sideboard. Maybe Tail's End because there's 46 Planeswalkers. And I can take out some of these Farewells. Like that. Okay. I think that's maybe reasonable. Just to not lose to the 15th random Vraska. No black mana, but I do have a Decree. And I don't know. And this is stupid. This is a stupid keep. What am I doing? This is so stupid. I should not have kept this. Instantly double Manland. Of course. Okay, well, we're drawing right out of this horrendously bad keep. I really don't want them to keep this to draw, but I don't know. I can't let them just play a Liliana every single game on 3. Do they not have a land? That would be amazing. Nope, of course they do. Yep, of course they have that. Why wouldn't you? Good old Thoughtseize. Gotta love it. So they definitely take Tail's End here. I have to cycle Cling, probably. You're going to take my Cling? What are you doing? How do you not take Tail's End here? What is happening? Oh, there you go. My opponent spent 20 minutes on what I consider a very obvious move. Take the Tail's End. Alright, I'd rather not tap out, so. Alright. That's not what I wanted to see. Okay, so I shock myself. Actually, you know what? Let's not shock. My opponent knows all but one card in my hand. I'm just not going to shock myself. I don't think that's what I'm going to do. So, yeah. Alright, they're looking for lands and they're not finding them, so we're in an excellent position because we get to untap with the Teferi. I can minus this, but I'm pulling ahead by plussing. Especially if they have a answer anyways, like Assassin's Trophy, which is extremely likely. But swinging at Teferi for 4 is really not what my opponent wants to be doing right now. Yep. Opponent's keeping up mana because they have to do something about this here. Okay. I would love to get I'd love to get that into play. I think we get Shark Typhoon into play. We haven't seen Assassin's Trophy, unfortunately. But I don't know if it makes any sense at all to, like, not play this out. I don't know why I wouldn't do this. It just seems weird to me. Oh, don't also have Assassin's Trophy. Come on. Come on. Really? Ay, ay, ay. None of this is black. I really needed them to not have an answer to the Assassin Trophy. I mean, to my Shark Typhoon. I guess I should contemplate Leyline so I can give my face hexproof. Or Chalice on one. Just cheat that into the format. Because it's just so ridiculous. There's literally like 14 discard spells for all these black decks, and it just makes you look like a complete fool. Alright, well, I mean, they let me do this. Just somewhat surprising. Maybe it just makes sense. I don't know. I still have to contest with limitless cards right now, and none of which has been black at all. So, there's that. There's a black permanent. It swings for 4? But it will always swing for 4? If I counter it, it just comes out of the graveyard, so that just doesn't actually do anything. Alright. Let them go to attacks, and then I just kill the Bankbuster. Obviously can't let it hit me or I'm going to die. Another Assassin's Trophy. Great. Love it. But we get to exile Underdog. Doesn't save me, but I mean, we're doing things, I guess. That's better than the average card, I guess. And then we pass. Yeah, we pass. That's a legendary. I can stop them from making 2/2s and also swinging at me, so probably have to do that. Okay, surely they're out of awesome things here. Surely. Well, shoot. Hey, I don't know. You got it. I don't know if I can fight over that one. Okay, this game's not about that. I only have 1 Teferi left. Okay, that was actually a somewhat fine draw. Let's do this. Let's pass. I'm almost dead to the Lair of the Hydra in one shot. Sorin the Girthless. That makes it 2/3, which crews neither of the cards in play, which is, I guess, decent. Oh, it does crew with the Lair activation, because they can make it a 1/1. Alright, so I take 4, which is incredibly annoying. They should fire up the Chariot, not the other one, because the Chariot can copy the Vampire token. Oh, right, they chain. It is crew 4. You have to crew 4, okay. Okay, so I can sweep the board and then, like, still die to manlands, because that's the only thing that matters, I guess. Let's see. Sweep the board, die to manlands. Well, I have technically an out here that involves taking out a Chariot when it goes to swing. But I think I'm dead to multiple attacks here. I don't think there's anything I can do. Yeah, they can present 2 lethal threats, right? Yes. I can only get rid of one of them? Whatever. I need a way to stop all this discard. It's just the most prolific thing in this format, which is just duress and Thoughtseize, duress. So I need to run like Leyline or I don't really know. It's just Leyline, right? That's really about it. This is a Gigantha on the playlist. I don't think I can keep this. Okay, get rid of Cling or Doomscar here. Probably Shark Typhoon? Yeah. Oh, they mulligan too? Okay. Alright, looks like I made the right mulligan choice. Yep. Monastery Swift Spear does not indicate hammer time, nor does it indicate the red-white token list that tries to play Knight of Eos in that Loxodon. I don't know the name. 8-Whack? Is it called 8-Whack? Virtuoso. Alright, so prowess. Prowess slash, what's the term? I don't know. Okay. Well, I'm going to foretell a Doomscar, and it's probably painfully easy to know what it is. So I just need to avoid a indestructible card. Anything that gives indestructible would be a serious issue. I would be kind of surprised if I died right now, but I'd probably go super low. Yeah, okay, we're not gonna die. What does this do? You get the enchantment aura thing. Okay. Whoa! Okay, they did not have Doomscar on their radar, or they have some sort of haste kill out of hand. I'm not sure. Seems kind of unbelievable that they just played another creature into my Doomscar there, though. That's kind of insane, actually. Well, if I ever want to cast my Jace here. Monastery Swift Spear, I can't stop it. That has flashback, which I can't counter. So we go to 1? Okay. We would go to 1, but I guess I have the answer here. So I think it's fine to shock myself, because if I don't, I'm not doing anything. And then I just start plussing. Wandering Emperor is very good. There's no haste for that. I will... Is there any card draw for that? No. Alright, so I can plus then. There's no card draw for this. I can also just eat whatever they target with my Cling to Dust anyways. That draws a card, which I really did not want to see. Like, at all, actually. Okay. Whoa, wait. Wait till they target something, and then I cling. Then I play this. Then I... Alright. You know what's actually really funny? Is their card had Vigilance, so I couldn't Wandering Emperor it. I'll be right back. Oh, it didn't kick me. Look at that. All right. Whew. I think I'm gonna shock. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Well, that's the dumbness of Illuminator, but not much I can do about it. I'm literally dead. Okay. Well, that was a... whatever. That was a game, I guess. So... oh, it didn't lock in my sideboarding. That's actually really funny. It didn't lock in my sideboarding. The Kree doesn't answer the one card that just killed us, but I mean, that's just gonna be happy. All right, that's just a thing. That's just a thing. I don't want graveyard hate. Yep, that's it. That's all I got. Yeah, I just have to put this back. Okay, this is a little bit better. Shark Typhoon is completely bad, and then I can put away a tower? I need them to have just 2 threats and not 20. Okay, well. The March is not looking too great on 2 drops, but... yeah, we're gonna just go ahead and not lose to that. Okay, so if this disruption hits something, we're happy. Please? Oh, of course not. Of course not. Alright. Well, I'm still in the Department of Lands, so I'm not going to cycle that. Especially when I probably have to use all my mana. Unbelievable. My opponent has nothing. Wow. I guess the really needing an early answer was actually super important. Oh, you have a protection spell? Ay, ay, ay. Well, surely they won't draw another creature or something, right? Alright, now you can. Now you're good. You can draw another creature. I'd like to make at least 1/1/1. Might not be able to, though. Oh, looks like we are. Cool. Cool. What, are you going to kill it? I was about to say, what? Come again? I guess I swing? I guess, right? Do I swing? I mean, some of their stuff doesn't have trample. Maybe it does something. I mean, I have a everyday Luge too, so... Okay, they drew a land, which means their hand is identical as last turn. They want to draw a card. I think I'll let them. I don't have a... I don't think it's reasonable to fight over that. That seems kind of ridiculous. Though I partly regret playing this now, though. Well, kind of. Not really. That means that these are just not going into my face, so... Lauren's Escape. Okay. Yep, just a scry. You got it. Okay, that and... Censor seems to still have value, so let's... Actually, you know what? No, let's just cycle it. Let's not be stupid. Let's not be stupid. Alright, so I will play this tapped and pass again. Alright, Gigantha. Just pepper me with the thick boy. Yeah, there you go. Alright. Gigantha is kind of annoying, but like doesn't really have trample. And you can use the mana for generic costs. which there isn't that much. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Okay, let's look at my opponent's hand, I guess. Creature, blah, blah, blah. And then the grave... Swiss Spears. So they have Swiss Spear, Hoplite, 10th, Dreadhorde. Alright, this is quite a few. Quite a few things here. Showdown is basically a 4-minute draw for. Well, sort of. You have until your next turn to cast these. I'm definitely in the boat of just vomiting out removal spells. Kind of hope they target this with the... They do. Nice. I was hoping that would happen. Can they give this haste? No, not necessarily. Also, it doesn't matter now because I can leave up the end. Okay. Yeah, I'll start swinging. No man land either. It's just a good spot to be in. I'd be surprised if we lose here. 2 seconds later, I'm just bleeding out of my butt. That does not draw a card, so I don't care. That's fine. Actually, I want to force them to pump stuff into this so it would try to kill Teferi. Right. Okay, yep. No protection spell in hand. Taking out the threats is just like really great. Just removing all of them. I might even just Doomscar here. I think that's reasonable. Or minusing Teferi is also somewhat reasonable. But none of these draw. Well, actually, one of these does draw. Okay, so they do use it. Fair enough. Let's see what this finds. I don't really want to minus it. Do they have any trample? They do. Okay, they do have trample. So, I definitely want to sweep the board. If they did not have trample, I wouldn't do this. Okay, they put a monster roll on it. Sure. Kind of whatevs. Alright, so we probably win from here. It would take a lot to come out of this, but I've seen crazier. Certainly seen crazier. The sensors are not looking too good right now. I mean, they cycle, and I just don't want to land, so I guess I'll just take it. Just take it there. Might not even want to be doing what I just did there. Might actually want to be doing something else. Cling to Dust probably doesn't need to be drawn cards. I think I could just use it to gain life instead. And be just as happy. Alright, there we go. Uncounterable threats. And they also have haste. And I guess now they have a lot of trample. A lot of trample. Okay, block there. Teferi does actually survive this attack. Right? Go here. Yeah, it actually does. Interesting. Also, I think, yeah, Censor would have actually countered the Legionnaire. I didn't even pay attention. Would have completely answered that. That's really funny. Again, I don't think it really matters, but that is funny. Alright, let's do this. This is a sorcery, so I kind of have to do that. And then let's play you. I can make it 2-2 with this Wandering Emperor instead of just minusing 2. It's kind of the exact same, right? Alright, they drew an instant speed spell. This has to be better. The token has to be better here. It looks like I might lose to Fairy, though. Actually, no, because I can just run out the other Wandering Emperor. Or I could just not care about this. Oh, wait, that doesn't work. Opponent probably wanted to put that on the other token. Yeah, that was probably a bit of a misstep there. Huh. Okay. Maybe they thought it had plus something, but that was obviously a huge mistake. Hello, Drowns. I'm not going to kill this with my Wandering Emperor. Don't think it makes any sense. I think this game is completely over. Just for my opponent to accept the medicine. Is this red? It's not red. Okay. Fair enough. I will gladly trade a token with theirs. They don't have unlimited resources like I do, so every creature they have is super valuable, and we've answered quite a bit of them already, so... Nope, they're still here. Okay. We're just taking a long time between decisions for some reason. Reasonable enough. Discard. I guess I discard Memory Deluge because I don't want to deck out. It's not like I need it. Alright. Opponent paused for 20 minutes, looked at their top deck, and then gave up. Okay, so I would actually argue, and this probably makes sense given why people are playing it instead of this specifically, that the strict Proctor Lotus Field strategy is probably better than what I was doing here. This has more tools, because you're not running a 1/3 with no text on it, so you have more options. I'm also using the freed up mana slots to add an additional color, so I even have slightly stronger spells. But it seems as though the Lotus Fields just average out to just being better. Now, my sample size isn't massive, but that just seems to be the case. Even the feel of how, like, openers and stuff play out. Like, you can keep weird hands when you have, like, the out to draw Lotus Field, or strict Proctor if you only need one piece. Whereas this, you don't have that. Like, if you have a 5-land hand with this exact iteration, you probably have to put it back way more than whatever I was doing last time where I had a 5-land hand. It wouldn't necessarily feel like I had a bad hand. So, yeah, I think Lotus Field might be the way to go, which again makes sense. That's just what everyone seems to be doing when they're playing something with Teferi in it, so it's probably what I should be doing again if I want to just stay to that strategy. But I might do something blue-red next time and just move away from this. But, I mean, I can fidget some slots. I mean, and this is this is a never-ending process, and it's one that I am absolutely in love with. So, if I make, like, 17 Esper control videos in a row, so be it. You know, I like the strategy, and I'm not bored of it. I like the decisions I have. I like everything I'm doing, and I really like the end. It's such a satisfying card. Necromentia is one of my favorite cards, and this is probably slightly better than Necromentia. I don't know. It's debatable. You can run both. You can run all 8, which I haven't done yet. That'd be a spicy list, right? Just exile all of the things your opponent could potentially do to you. Therefore, nothing matters, right? They can't beat you if you just exile all their win conditions. Not realistic, but is what it is, right? Yeah. Also, the lands, like, it's better to be flooded than starved. So if you have some of these lands, I'm trying to think, the cycle lands, the 2 colored lands that cycle for 2 mana. There's a blue-white one, and I think there's another one you can play. Those might be reasonable instead of just Rafine's Tower as my cycling land, especially when I really want double black. It's like, do I get rid of a Rafine's Tower into like like, look at my 4 drops. Double white, double blue, double black. Like, am I really cycling this? Irrigated Farmland, I think is the name of the blue-white one or something. So those might be able to come in if I find myself in top deck mode, or again, I have 5 land openers and I just want to get rid of a land. Seems reasonable. The sideboard was fine. Again, I felt like there's always a card for kind of every strategy. The Devout Decrees are a little annoying as a sorcery, and it's starting to get more and more annoying, and the more I play, like, decks with all haste in it, so they get, like, something out of the card before I answer it. It's kind of annoying. Other than a Planeswalker, right? Because they always can plus it before you kill it anyways. Yeah. That's about it. The Cling to Dusts feel really good, so they're probably so good that I wouldn't run this Lantern either at this point. I'd probably take out the other one too. I had taken one out earlier, so I think that would make sense. Maybe even going up another Cling and dropping like a Censor or Disruption. And also finding a spot for 4 copies of Leyline, so I have hexproof against discard. Someone suggested it to me, and I was like, I don't know, maybe, but I guess it's just where you want to be. It sucks, right? I don't like Strict Proctor because it feels like a do-nothing card, and it sucks when that Leyline doesn't do anything, right? Especially if you don't have one in your opener. It's like, oh, look at this 4-minute enchantment I top decked that was completely useless. Like, it just feels so annoying when that happens to you, but that's the price you pay for it, and it's still played kind of in some decks, right? They're played in Vintage, I think. Some of the ley lines are, just to stop your opponent from denying you something of importance. Could maybe drop the Jace for another earlier threat, too. Maybe the Forts of Fairies are enough. I don't know. Still feels better than Dream Trawler, but that's just me. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you thought about this list. If you want to, you have ideas for something else you want me to see play or whatever, then let me know. But as of now, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks.